This is Rachel Higgins, and this is my Nurture Shock Chapter 7 presentation. The chapter was entitled The Science of Teen Rebellion. The beginning quote asks, "Why, for adolescents, arguing with adults is a sign of respect, not disrespect, and arguing is constructive to the relationship, not destructive." The findings in this chapter are as followed. Kids find it hard to confide in adults, especially their parents, which makes lying common. In one study, Drs. Nancy Darling and Linda Caldwell recruited a research team of undergraduates under the age of 21 to talk with teens about their lying habits. They met with the teenagers and found out what issues the kids and parents disagreed on, which rules the kids have broken, and how and why they pulled off the lie. The findings were that the kids lied on average about 12 of the 36 topics on average, mostly through leaving out details rather than outright lying. The average was the same for those academically advanced than those not, and found the main reason was so that they didn't disappoint their parents. Time-wise was a class that taught kids how to enjoy their free time with the hopes that this would decrease delinquent behaviors due to decrease in boredom. The results were not promising. But why? The answer lies within neuroscience. The reward center in the brains of teenagers need high doses to be stimulated, which in turn diminishes the use of the prefrontal cortex that is responsible for weighing risks and consequences that can lead to arguments within the family. In a study of mother-daughter relationships, the adults viewed arguing as destructive, while the daughter felt as if it strengthened the relationship as long as it was resolved in a good way. This leads me to my next point, that compromise is key. As a parent, the answer may be no, but validating the views and opinions and potentially offering a compromise may lead to decrease in lying and deception. So where does this lead us? The implications for a social worker. I think it's important to educate and encourage the parents to stimulate their kids with what interests and excites them, rather than what interests and excites the parents. This will lead to a decrease in boredom as the kids will be interested in what they're doing, and hopefully that in turn will decrease the delinquent behavior and lying as well. I think it's important for social workers to educate the parents to recognize that a teenage brain is still developing and that there needs to be a lot of patience in that, as well as to offer compromise but still maintain set guidelines and rules while keeping the door of communication open. One final thing that I think could be useful as a social worker, to encourage the parents and the kids to find a positive older mentor. The Mob Squad was a good example that kids don't tend to confide in their parents, or a lot of adults for that matter, but that they will confide in somebody who is closer to their age. So in hopes of having a positive role model, it could definitely offer benefits for the kid and then for the parent as well. So, thank you.